Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today we are here. Oh shit, that's not the right one. I got that wrong. Today we are here to review the SH Figuarts Luffy, the right one. Okay, we got him this time. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who's kind of still, been engaging with the channel. I know I haven't uploaded an actual video in like 2 weeks or so, but thank you for engaging with the community posts as well as, any little YouTube shorts I have posted. Definitely keep an eye on those two tabs of my channel if I'm not posting regularly, just in case, life or work or whatever takes me a little bit more to where I have to focus into that. But yeah, we are here for this new figure, and I'm actually very excited to talk about it because I'm actually one person who does really love it. I understand the issues, and we will get into all of that. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the review. So first things first, I just want to kind of compliment this box because I really do love it. Of course, you get the outline of the straw hat up top. You've got a map kind of going across the sides here, and it looks really cool, very classic. And if you have any of the old SH Figuarts from the One Piece, then it kind of has a similar design to with more I would say vintage fill-in colors. But yeah, let's look at the accessories and then we'll take a look at the figure. All right, so what we have here, we have a total of 4 faces, and I'll go get Luffy just really quick to show that first face. We have the kind of neutral stare down expression. Then we have our smiling expression up here on the top left. We've got a weird gritting face. It's like gritting, but it's happy, like smirk. It's hard to tell. It's kind of in between. You know how Luffy is when he's like ready to fight people. We've also got the very shocked face, probably the best face out of the bunch. I can imagine that the Gear 5 Luffy is gonna have some wacky faces as well. If this is any indication, I really hope that they do Gear 5 Luffy justice. Over here, I don't have him currently displayed with the hat, but yeah, this is the straw hat. There's no string attached, so you can't really hang it on him. That was a little bit of a complaint I started seeing, and there are solutions to that, but that means you have to spend more money, and I don't think people want to do that. So yeah, this right here is used if you want to have Luffy with back hair, kind of. You have to put it on the neck and let it sit there, but unless your Luffy is like purposefully being displayed with his back to you, there's not really a reason to put it on, in my opinion. And then this right here is the alternate head you use if you want to put the straw hat on. I'll briefly put that on somewhere in this video. We do get 3 sets of hands. We get the fist hands, as you see here. You get the open palm hands, kind of grabbing hands. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the accessories. So, this Luffy, for the price range, he's a good figure. What he comes with is a little bare bones in comparison to other budget figures like Kid Naruto, or what's another one? I guess Naruto from Shippuden, and some others. And I mean, it's not the first time a figure has come this bare bones. We can take a look at the Super Saiyan Vegeta. He came with like what, 3 faceplates as well, and just hands and across arms. Not that much in comparison. So it's very pick and choose, I think, with Tamashii and what they want to give and how they want to market that character going forward. They know what they can do with Luffy. That's why they're already doing it to where he's got other accessories in other figure releases such as Zoro, Sanji, Yamato. Each have a new face for him. Eventually, who knows, they might want to start including stuff like the hockey arms, legs, and they're very intentional about that because these arms can come off really easily. The legs can come off really easily. You don't need to be an expert level customizer to do it. Everything's pretty simple. So they know what they're doing. They know what they can do going forward. It's just a matter of like them being smart about it, but also not trying to, you know, piss collectors off, because that happened with Gohan making 2 figures that were premium Bandai have stuff for that character. Actually 3 figures. Oh yeah, 4 figures actually. It's a lot, you know, that were premium Bandai, not general release, that have stuff for another character. Bit annoying. Luckily, we're in the kind of the early phase of this line being reawakened, and they haven't done a premium Bandai release yet, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But still, you know, you don't want to have to feel like you have to buy a figure to get the best parts of the character. You know what I'm saying? And Luffy does hockey or armament hockey pretty often. It's a natural thing he does post time skip, so it should have been something, in my opinion, included, but that's my opinion, and Tamashii clearly had a different one. So with that being said, let me quickly just show the alternate head with the straw hat on it. So just a quick tutorial. Take off this bang piece, take off the faceplate. You don't actually have to take off the head. That worked opposite to what I wanted to do, but cool. So you take off that, where you take off the faceplate, and then the head, and you just pop this here. So it's on a double ball peg for the neck, but yeah, the way that they did this is pretty cool. Makes it a little easier. Pop the bang off on this one, and you just slide that back there like so. Grab the other bangs and match it up. Let me make sure I match it up correctly before I break something. Okay, so you got that like so, and then you just match up the little peg holes, and bada bing, bada boom, you got the straw hat. And just for aesthetic purposes, we can also talk about this. All right, Luffy, we're chill, bro. We have the Imagination Works Luffy that I mistakenly had in the video earlier. But yeah, I mean, this Luffy and this Luffy are both good in their own rights. Don't get me wrong. This Luffy has some really good leg articulation. This one has good upper body articulation. The best of both worlds, you know, if they just combine this into one 1/12 scale figure, this would have been such an amazing release. I'm just saying, for what this figure does and what it comes with, it's a good $35 budget fig release. But if it came with what he has on the lower body, oh my god, I would have loved it even more. But yeah, basically this is what we're talking about. You know, give armament hockey stuff to him. And I guess we can kind of move into the articulation, because there's some things I want to show in which I'm saying the things I said earlier about, you know, they know how to market him and accessories going forward. So we'll take a quick look into that. Also, you know, the straw hat. Could they have given him another straw hat that he can hang on his neck? Yes. It's possible that they knew that they weren't going to want to do that because of Gear 5 Luffy. Hopefully I'm putting a picture of it somewhere on here, but he does have the straw hat with a string that hangs on his back. So maybe they're saving it for that, and if that's the case, so be it. But god, man, like dividing it up and like that is just so crazy. So yeah, anywho, let's get into the articulation of Monkey D. Luffy. I'm exposing his bald head for a second. So we're gonna quickly show off, you know, upper head and neck articulation. And like I said, it's on a double ball peg, so should be able to get some decent range there. There you go. Not too bad. All right. Now, the arms, just be careful a little bit. I would say they are a little hindered right here because of this part of his shirt, but it is soft plastic here at the shoulders, so not too much. If you just kind of work your way through it and put it under, it works just fine, and you get that perfect T-pose. Of course, it's a little squeaky. You got the bicep swivel, and you've got your articulation here at the elbow. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this guy really quick too, this is meant to come off, okay? This is the easiest I've ever seen pieces of a figure come off at the expense to customize it. It's meant to do that, 100%. So that's why I say they know what they want to do, and in some way, I feel like they are going to throw in hockey arms with either somebody, or they're going to make a kit. And I think that's something for another video, but yeah, they definitely have to have something cooking, because you can't release a figure like this and just never give him any of his gum effects or any of the armament hockey effect. It's just, you can't. This guy needs it. So moving forward, upper body articulation, way better than the Imagination Works, outclasses it. So this is what he can do without using the second mode of articulation here. Now using that's how far he can go, and that's not using this crotch area right here. All right, but he can go really, really far, and that's actually really good for a character who can stretch his limbs. And briefly, I'll kind of just show this Luffy here. He cannot hold that pose like that. See, he has to use this midsection here with the legs in order to do that. Oh, that's scary, bro. Yeah. That's why I say it's like the best of both worlds. If they just combine them, man, it'd be unstoppable. So, moving on. They did make this all one piece. No pun intended. I guess that's really the best you can do. But, on this little swivel right here, I don't know why they opted to make this waistband piece hard plastic. They've been doing sashes for a while now with the Dragon Ball line alone. Don't know why that's something that they chose to do, but it is hard plastic, and I think that makes it a little bit harder if you're trying to do some other crazy poses in which this needs to be kind of bendable. Don't know why they opted to do that, but a little nitpick there for me. Legs, he can basically do the full splits. Perfect for, again, a character who can stretch his limbs. These legs here, they can easily be popped off. Okay, well, this part can be easily popped off as well. I never really needed to pop that one off, but I'm trying to pop the knee off. There we go. You can take this out easily. It's on a little ball peg there. See inside. Same functionality as the Imagination Works in terms of the legs in there, but the Imagination Works has one thing over this Luffy, and that is in the back piece here, he does get that extra range of motion for the full 90 degrees, and this goes inside like that. Tamashii looked like they were about to do that. You can kind of see it, but somewhere along the way that they just dropped the idea. It looks like that, or they had some weird error in here, but I think that that's what they wanted to do initially, and maybe at this scale they were having difficulty. I don't know. I have seen one person customize it. I don't know how easy it is to do that though. So that's something to be on the lookout for. But in my personal opinion, I feel like the leg articulation is about fair. It's nothing too crazy, but you definitely can do what you need to do with the figure. So you're not getting the full 90 degrees, obviously, but even if you were to move this, I mean, it's not gonna change your articulation by that much more. That's just my opinion on it. He does get, like I said, good range up here in the upper thigh, and there's no butt flaps. Thank God. We hate butt flaps around here, bro. But again, looking at the legs, you've got your ankle swivel, and on the sandals and the toe hinge, it's open, which is really cool detail, since he wears these sandals all the time. And that's something that they also did not do on the Imagination Works. But yeah, so overall, this little $35 figure, I think is worth it, okay? Compared to some of the other releases we've had, like SH Figuarts Ichigo, this by far is much better to pick up. It's cheaper. It may not come with as much as we want it to, but at least it's a full figure for the most part in terms of base Luffy, okay? Could it have come with more faces? Sure. Could it have come with more hands? I don't really think we need it. He doesn't really do too many crazy things with his hands. He's got his, traditional pose where he's getting ready to fight. He does his stance, his Gear 2 stance, where he's like this, Nothing super crazy. I don't think that he needs extra hand. It's the effects that go to these forearms and the legs. And as we saw, it's a single jointed leg, but these easily come off. It's meant to be customized. This is a build-a-figure, okay? Trust me, this is a build-a-figure at the end of the day. If somebody on a third party is gonna end up copying these, by all means, do it. Make some hockey effects and gum effects. Everybody's gonna be waiting for that. But yeah, like I said, it's a great figure to pick up, $35 at retail. Highly recommend waiting for the US release. But anyways, yeah, definitely worthwhile to pick up. I am very curious to see how this line will continue to move forward, given the fact that this is basically a build-a-figure like Gohan. It definitely is, minus the premium Bandai releases, so hopefully that stuff is a little bit more easy to come by. But I definitely think that, this Luffy would reign supreme if he had a kit dedicated to himself that came with accessories galore for a reasonable price. In the meantime, I bought myself another one, and I'm gonna try to paint it for the post time skip Return to Sabaody colors, because it's got to be a while before we get an actual new Luffy from a different arc. Right now it's Onigashima. That's what's new. Let's focus on it in the same way that Bleach is focusing on what's new with the 1000 Blood War arc. So we'll have to see what happens, but with that being said, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for sticking with the channel. Thank you for 10K. It's been crazy. I never thought in the last year that just talking about action figures would, draw such a crowd. People love to interact, meet new people. Figure community is really cool, so gotta say thank you for that. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's either Renji or it's gonna be a news video or some discussion that we briefly talked about in this video. So stay on the lookout for that. Thanks again. Peace.